Unleash your potential. Unleash your potential, reach for the stars, electric dreams align, show them who you are, unleash your potential. Yo, 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 let's go. 1, 2, 3, unleash and grow. Embrace the vibe, set it free, your potential unlocked, just believe. Psychedelic journeys, hearts aligned, step into the future, greatness redefined. Unleash your potential, set your dreams free. In a world of stars, become who you want to be. Stand tall in the storm, embrace the rain, ride the wave of success, break every chain.
Welcome to the Expanding Your Energy Field Activation.
Unleash your potential. Yo, 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 let's go. 1, 2, 3, unleash and grow. Embrace the vibe, set it free. Your potential unlocked, just believe. Unleash your potential. Unleash your potential, reach for the stars, electric dreams align, show them who you are, unleash your potential. Yo, 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 let's go. 1, 2, 3, unleash and grow. Embrace the vibe, set it free, your potential unlocked, just believe. Psychedelic.
Good morning. Thank you so very much, man. Thank you so very much that you joined us this morning. Again, we are back with Kings 88.5 Weekend Motivational Talk. Unleash your potential. Very significant for all of us. How do we unleash our potential? All of us got expectations, preference, desire, just everything. But how do we? Yes, that's what we are. Kings 88.5, a whole radio. Today is Saturday, March 7th. They say Mary Bros Day. So most of the people are still indoor while others are out and cleaning up. So let's have a wonderful time. Let's motivate ourselves as we head into a new week from the weekend. This morning, we are on the mind, M-I-N-D, the mind. Good morning again. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sam Andrews.
Unleash your potential, reach for the stars, electric dreams align, show them who you are, unleash your potential. Yo, 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 let's go. 1, 2, 3, unleash and grow. Embrace the vibe, set it free, your potential unlocked, just believe.
Yes, that's all you need. That's all you need. That is the power. He said, just believe. That's all. Nothing else. That's all you need in life. Just believe. Once you can have that self belief, everything is possible. It is not possible when you are doubtful. It is possible when you just believe in yourself, believe your plan, trust just yourself, everything, no doubt whatsoever. If you impute doubt, then it makes it hard to achieve your plan, your goal. You can stay focused, you get confused, you listen to people, oh, I'm so confused with this thing, I can't understand. I think I will have to leave it because I'm not understanding. I'm just not getting what I want. It's because that person isn't focused. You want to stay focused. So our emphasis this morning, people, it's on the mind. It's on the mind, the intellect, the lab. This is everything, the human, the power of the mind, or the mind's power. This is everything, the human, the mind. That is our focus, our motivation, the mind. Please, let's focus on that. Everybody is a living being. Isn't it true? It is. Everybody is a living being. But you want to ask yourself, why are you living a living being? Have you ever asked yourself that question? Why are you a living being? Why am I a living being? It's because of the mind. Without the mind, you aren't human being. Today and in the past, several frames were put beneath the earth called grave because no mind. It's because of that we say dead. You have mind, or you are human being because you have mind, M-I-N-D. And it is that mind that gives you the sum total of who you are, that you wake up by it, you embark on your day's activity by it, whatever the activity you got, everything, the mind. Whatever you are using, how you are using it, is what is referred to as the power. But the socket is there. And how you activate the socket is what is referred to as the power. And so there's this phrase that people use occasionally, if not often: the mind is powerful. Have you heard that phrase? Yes. It's because it shapes reality thought, or the thinking process, and that goes with belief and focus. Everything life in human existence is the mind. It is the lab. where all decisions for human existence and situations of all kinds that one is confronted with are hashed. The mind is the sum total of the human being. It is to make the most of it. So, how do you make the most of your mind, the intellect? Is staying focused. That is our motivational talk this morning. How can you stay focused? How can you stay focused? The expression is not to teach you, but to tell you you ought to stay focused and provide some tips how you ought to stay focused. Staying focused is a responsibility. It is not an option, not a choice, not a privilege. That is why no one owes you his or her thinking. You owe it to yourself because you are yourself. You got your thinking. You got your mind. The next person does not have your mind. He or she has his and you have your mind. You think, and what you put out of your intellect or your mind, it's unto you. The next person does not owe you his mind or her mind. You ought to stay focused. Life does not incorporate just anybody, because life itself does not settle for mediocre thought or mediocre thinking. Life settles for and incorporates focused mind. You've held lectures from experts of all kinds. They will tell you the mind is this, you ought to be focused, you ought to be determined, and all those. Practically, you would see people getting along well with certain people because of their thinking process. You'll see people leaving people within their zone, going out to import a thought. And people will wonder, but why? We have people here, we have person. It is because everybody thinks, but not everybody is focused, determined. People align with you when you are a serious minded, to put it in Liberian way, if you are a serious minded thinker. What that means is you are a difference maker. You can change an environment. You can change a situation. You can change a person to another level just by your thinking process. People get along with people not necessarily because they have on fine clothes, they got properties, or they are sociable, though that is the social aspect, but because of how they think. Society looks down upon you when you're not using your intellect properly. The mind, we said last week, is not to be used loosely. That's not what God created a human being with it. And within that bracket, we told you that the future that almost everybody praying for, like the people on the other side praying for a future, is not a place. Neither is it a warehouse that will have everything that you need. or one needs. The future is the mind, the intellect. How it is used, the person reaps the dividend. There is no dividend to a focus, or let me say this way, there is every dividend to a focus, determined thinking process, meaning you profit from it. The profit is in twofold. You get people coming along to identify with you, to use your idea, like Martin Luther King said in one of his public addresses, if the man builds his house in the wood, W-O-O-D, the wall will make a beating path through his door, meaning the wall will carve the wood to get that man's out because of his focused thinking, his mind. The wall wouldn't want to exist without. And you see that in our society and out of the Liberian culture. Also, as we go through this lecture, how can you stay focused? Life is not a walk in the park. Certainly not. Don't ever think that way. Life is not a walk in the park. It is hard, but it is possible to live out. Life is not a walk in the park. It is hard, but it is possible to live out. Again, life does not settle for mediocrity. Life does not settle for mediocre thought. Life leaves you behind when you cannot. You are in focus and you can stay focused. You can put your thought process to work. But you are a thinking being. There is a difference between a thinking being, because you are existing, and a focused, determined, futuristic thinker. Futuristic thinker is that person that is focused on not only the present, but the future. So he or she puts so much thinking into chartering a new future, a new course of life. You can be a thinking being, but not a focused, futuristic thinking being to have the future or to envision the future you want. Life favors and identifies with the mind that is focused. Achieving one's plan in life requires how you stay focused. Achieving your life goal or plan, whichever way you can call it, it only requires how you stay focused. It is only by changing your thinking and staying focused you can change or put your life on an advanced scale. In the next few minutes, allow me to share with you 5 categories, and then we are out. 5 on how you can stay focused. These 5 may not be exhaustive for your knowing, but I am convinced they can be helpful to you if you are attentive. The first category is remove distractions. Remove distractions. Distraction is simply this: Anything that takes your attention from where you are or what you own. Note also, distraction is not only external. In our culture, we understand distraction mainly from outside, inside. Just like the pastor officiating a wedding, and the pastor will use this biblical cliche: what God has joined, let no man put asunder. So 80 to 85% of the people witnessing that wedding ceremony have the understanding that distractions come from outside. And so you hear them giving some words. Oh man, you will not allow this. Brother, don't give any space to this, and all of those. And sometimes the pastor too will go in that route. Why that makes sense? What they do not take into consideration becomes not really a focused thinking is the last aspect. You can create your own distraction. You can create your distraction. Too many people have created distraction for themselves. It is because people would not look at their own fault. They will soon conclude that they are distracted because of this person is that, either the person is just calling or this person is just doing this, and all of those. But when you look at the picture, the person isn't the distractor, but the person himself or herself is the distractor, but would apply no focused thinking of a self-examination to know. You can create a distraction. Don't understand distraction only as external. Distraction is just anything that prevents someone from giving full attention to something or what was planned. About a person, it is simply being unable to give proper attention to concentrate properly. With that said, of the definition of distraction and the person, I want you to know that removing or not giving into distraction, if you should achieve your plan, this is what you do. Go small matter in your culture. Small, but know that it is critical. So you want to ask the question, how do I do it? How do I? 1, maintain a discipline of practicing your priorities. Maintain a discipline of practicing your priorities. 2, don't do easy things first, or hard things first, or urgent things first. This is where most people get things wrong, and they are distracted by their own. Don't do easy things first, or hard things first, or urgent things first. Don't do. If that makes sense, St. Andrews, then the question is, what do we do? Well, this is it. Do first thing first. The activities that gave you the highest return. Do first things first. The activities that gave you the highest return. Don't do easy things first, or hard things first, or urgent things first. When you attempt to tread this route, you get distracted. You get distracted. You will put yourself in the position of wanting to do all at a given time, and your priorities will be mixed up. And what's going to happen is you will now start procrastinating or delaying on some things. And then you will leave some things undone. You attempt to focus on this one because you want to prove that you've done it, or you can do away with it, and you will give it a perfunctory response. A perfunctory response is when you give less attention, you're just doing it. But you're not giving your very much to it, very muchness to it. So at the close of the day, you see that you get everything mixed up. You get everything mixed up. You see that in offices, at business center. So, oh, I can't understand. Oh, this is not. Because the person tried to do easy things first, or hard things first, or urgent things first. In staying focused in life with whatever you are confronted with or you want to achieve in the office, at home, at your business center, on the campus, university, polytechnic, college, whatever. You just want to stay focused and don't rush into urgency. When you run into urgency, you get yourself confused. You want to stay focused, analyze well, then you know when and how to move in. So do first thing first. What is the priority? If what you determine in your focus thinking is the priority, you concentrate on it and you move on with it. That's all. The next category: make time for focused thinking. Make time for focused thinking. The intellect, the mind, again, it's not to be used loosely. That's not what God put it there for. It's for focus, determined thinking. The mind is the future. The mind is everything you are. The mind is everything you want to be. The mind is everything you want to achieve. The mind is just everything your whole existential world. The next category: make time for focused thinking. The first category was remove distractions. Remove distractions. Guide against distractions. That is a bit cumbersome, or say it's a bit difficult, because distractions come in many forms. But again, this is why you ought to stay focused. When you are staying focused, you can discern a number of things. You can even forecast the future. You can see what is about to happen before it even happened. Listen, everybody have that. Let me say it this way: everybody have that prophetic instinct. Everybody on earth has that prophetic instinct. You don't have to be a pastor, a bishop, apostle, prophet, evangelist, teacher, or a prophetess. No. God imputed, just so you know that, God imputed everybody with that prophetic instinct. You can be a pastor, but you can determine, you can foreknow what will be unfolding, how it will unfold, when it will unfold. It all happens from focus, being focused, where they say highly concentrated. The boss is in his office. There isn't any distraction. He fends off every distraction and is there thinking. And not only thinking, but thinking hard. What happened? The boss starts to discern some things, start to forecast the future, start to envision what might happen. And as he or she does, you see it comes to pass just as the person figure out it. That's how. You don't need to be a pastor. You don't need to be an evangelist, a bishop, prophet, apostle. No, that is imputed into every human being, that prophetic instinct. Why prophetic? Because it is supernatural. Or let me take the word prophetic, because people understand that exclusively to mean preacher, people who have that ability. Supernatural instinct. Everybody has that supernatural instinct to determine, to discern. Since it is out of religion, you get that working from focus thinking. And that is the next category. You find that in this next category I'm about to share with you. Make time for focused thinking. Make time for focused thinking. You need a place to sit and think, and you need the time to think. You need a place to sit and think, and you need the time to think. Some people would say the best thinking time is in the morning. Well, that's how they reason it out, based on their experience. That makes sense. But I think it takes quietude, because quietude is avoidance of distraction to thinking right. It does not matter, in my opinion, what time you can set. You can make the afternoon, you can make the morning, you can make the night, you can make midnight. But I think quietude is the substance. You just need quietude. It doesn't matter what time of the day. It can be in the afternoon. You see, some people say the man has XYZ and he wants to figure out something. So he's in his car and then he needs quietude, distraction. So he drives, he thinks of driving to a place that is not noisy. His windshields are up, but he wants an atmosphere that would not take his attention off his concentration. But it is in the day. It does not matter the time. So he drives into a quiet place away from his office. Probably he wants to do that before he can get to his office. And he does it, and he gets exactly what he wants. It does not matter. As far as I know and from experience, you only need quietude. It does not matter when you think in the day, or you think in the day, or in the night, or in the afternoon. You just need quietude, because quietude is avoidance of distraction to thinking right. Focus your energy on your number one priority. Focus your energy on your number one priority. It does not work with focused thinking. Focus your energy on your number one priority. Put that in your mind. Work it out in your mind. The mind is the lab. The mind is where all of the decisions are hatched, and no decision will be hatched when you are in focus. Again, let me go back on this. Everybody is a thinking being, but not everybody is a focused, futuristic being. But everybody is a thinking being, because every existing person is a thinking being. What do you see? Look at society, look around you. Everybody moving around, everybody talking, everybody doing what? It's because they have the mind. But not everybody is futuristic. Not everybody is focused, but everybody is a thinking being, and everybody doing what he or she feels is right to do as per their preference activity. But not everybody is futuristic. Focus your energy on your number one priority. It does not work. No, it does not work without focused thinking. Put away from you non-productive time wasters. Put away from you non-productive time wasters. Put away from you non-productive time wasters. The reason for that, so that you can create thinking time for yourself. Now, you can do this survey for yourself. Please, you can do it for yourself. Just look around you. Look at your interaction. Look at people interaction with others. Look at how people incorporate people. Just generally watch it. You will find in this category people shifting blame on others. But they would not take into consideration they brought in people or a person who just locked them down with long talk. So let me give you a simple understanding practically. So you got two persons on the street. By accident, they met. And they are ecstatic about meeting each other. But one is focused on moving. He has a priority. And the other doesn't, just roving. And this one who does not have a priority, just roving, is excited to see the focused one. And the focused one is excited to see the non-productive. Now, in there, instead of just greeting and moving on, the futuristic or the focused one allows himself to be run down with long talks, excitement. Oh, my man, see you for long. Oh, it's good to see you. And how is this other person? And how, just look at society like that. Now, this focused person has a priority. Instead of cutting off that and say, we will meet another time, or here is my card, or here's my number, call me, he gave in. The fact that he will give in a minute or two, he's distracted. The time waster wastes his time because the time waster does not have a priority, but excited. He has a priority, but he gave in to the time waster. So they go about lagging. You know what a lagging is? You get a person just come, nothing of importance they want to share with you. They have no time to know whether you are busy. They just come with long talk. They're wasting your time. Now, it takes a focused person to know that a focused person is that person that is concentrated on his or her priority. So will not give inch to anything of a distraction of any nature. He or she will be too sensitive. And there are a number of people in Liberia that are like that, very sensitive, focus driven. There are a number of people in the world with that. Put away wasters from you, time wasters. Put away such that will allow you to take up time to think and think real good. Did you get that? Let's go back on that category. Make time for focused thinking. You need a place. You need a place. And I can tell you to set up a place. I'm only telling you you need a place. How you're going to set up the place, or where is the place, or how you're going to do it is up to you. But you need a place to sit and think. You need the time to think. Some people think that it is morning hour the best, but it is just any time. All you need is quietude. Focus your energy on your number one priority. Put away from you non-productive time wasters. That way you can concentrate, because you will have the time to be focused on what you have planned, or what you want to be, or what you want to achieve. The third category, set goals. Set goals. The third category, set goals. You know, and everyone knows, goals setting important. Goals are important. Goal setting is important. It's the same as plan, what they call a vision, decision, plan, everything in that category. Without a plan, or without plans in life, for your life, you will have no meaningful and achieved life. Without a plan, or without plans in life, I say in life because you got life, you're existing. But the dividend of your life, the return of focused thinking, is what I'm referencing when I say in life. For your life, you will have no meaningful and achieved life. You will not reap anything. You will have no investment, because you were in focus. You have return on your investment thinking process. Investment return is what you get in, what you get back from what you put in or you put out. So if you have no plan or plans in life, you have no goal or goals set, you're not going to have meaningful life. You're not going to have a return, because you're not going to have a return because there was not a focus, determined thought process to give you the return. Again, return means what you get from what you put in or what you put out. The mind, or I should say your mind, will not focus until it has clear objectives or plans. The emphasis is on focus, how you can stay focused. The purpose of goal is to focus your attention and give you the direction that you ought to tread, or that you can take on. As you think about your goals, take into consideration these three principles. As you think out your goals from a focused, determined thinking process, I want you to take into consideration these three principles. 1, clear enough to keep in focus. Clear enough to keep in focus. 2, close enough to be achieved. Close enough to be achieved. And 3, helpful enough to change lives. Let's go back over them. Clear enough to be kept in focus. Close enough to be achieved. And 3, helpful enough to change lives. The fourth category, as we gradually come to the end of this morning's lecture, how can you stay focused? Question your progress. Question your progress. Question your progress. That's the fourth category. Question your progress. Take a good look at yourself from time to time to see whether you are actually making progress in life. Don't just live. Don't just put on the concept that you are living, being, you working, you businessing, you schooling, and so everything is okay. It's not because you wake up in the morning and you own your activities. No. Every human being, every focused thinking being has this thing in mind called inventory. Every day I leave Kings 88.5 at my house, I take up time to ask myself, what did I do at the office? What did I do at the radio station? Did I do this? Did I achieve this? Did I execute the instruction given by the boss? Did I do you? The reason for that, when you realize that you didn't, then it puts you in the position to know that you weren't focused on the job. Hence, you made no progress. If your inventory, your examination gives you a good report, you know that you have made progress. It's always good. Don't just live. You go, everything is okay, you move, and you're not assessing, you're not looking back over your office work, your business work, your schooling work. No, in our culture, people just move. They have no time to do an assessment. And sometimes, listen, when you try sharing idea like this with people, I have had the opportunity, and people say, holy people, yeah, holy people. That's how our culture is. Take a good look at yourself from time to time to see whether you are actually making progress in life. Progress is relative. Progress from your office, progress from your school, progress from your relationship, be it cohabitation, marriage, progress from your business center, progress from just anything, everything in life. Just do an inventory. It is the most accurate measure of whether you are making the best use of your focused thinking. Every day when I leave in my house, I put that in my mind. What am I going to achieve today? What do I have? And then the next thing that I put on in my focused thinking is to give my very muchness. Putting away every distraction and everything and just give my entire self. So at the close of the day at my house, then I can look back over my life and say, yes, I achieved this, I achieved that. That's what is required from how you can stay focused. You want to ask yourself a couple of rhetorical questions, if not straight jacket questions. Am I seeing a return for my investment of focused thinking? Is what I am doing getting me closer to my goal or goals? Am I headed in a direction that helps me fulfill my commitments made, maintain my priority, and realize my plan? You want to ask yourself. These are but few of many questions you can ask. And you can ask yourself, apart from what I just shared with you. Take a good look at yourself from time to time. If you can do it periodically, no problem. If you can do it every 2 weeks, no problem. If you can do it a month, no problem. If you can do it a day, no problem. But just take up time to assess whether you are making progress in life or not. If you realize you are not making progress in life, then you come to the understanding that you are not focused. Hence, it will now put you in a position to be a focused thinking person. Many people had this and they changed their thought process. They became focused and they started to see the return of their focused thinking process. The last category, the fifth, protect your focused thinking. Protect your focused thinking. Protect your focused thinking. Protect it. If you think you have great idea, don't let anyone talk you out of it. Protect it. If you think you have good or great idea, don't let anyone talk, TLK, talk you out of it. Even if it sounds foolish, don't let anyone talk you out. Or I can say rob you of it. Protect your thought. If you believe it to be true, if you trust it, if you are convinced it is achievable or you can achieve it based on your reasoning and examination, then you protect it. You protect it. And that protection goes with experimenting. You believe it, you trust the plan. So you protect it. And then you experiment. Put it into action. 2, don't let yourself or anyone subject you to creativity killer. Don't let yourself, listen carefully, listen to me. Don't let yourself or anyone subject you to creativity killer. You can be a creativity killer. Another person can be a creativity killer. You can be a creativity killer. Another person can be. Your creativity should be one that will lead you on the right path. But do not allow yourself to kill your own creativity. Neither must you give room to another creativity killer. How they refer to people of such in our culture? So creativity killer is the same as vision killer. It simply means a person who knows that you have a good plan and the person doesn't want you to achieve it. So the person comes with pieces of advice in a form that you think that they are good pieces of advice, and you give into, and by the time you realize your goal is not achieved, you can. Or that you yourself delay on it so much, or you give less attention to it. The idea is good. You envision. Creativity means you're thinking right. You're reasoning so greatly. Your idea you bring out, it's so good. It can change your life. It can change the atmosphere. It can take you to another level, but you give less attention to it. You don't prioritize it, but it's a good idea. That creativity, what happens to it? The creativity dies. Who kills it? The very person who birthed it. The very person. So you don't let yourself or anyone subject you to creativity killer or being a creativity killer or a creative killer. Don't put asunder to your own vision. You can kill your own vision. Too many people in this country, they kill their own vision. But the vision was salient. The vision was very germane. The vision was achievable. Whatever the reason, they felt they were treading the right path, but they killed the vision. They put asunder to the vision. They became the obstacle to the vision. Just like the pastor would say to the couple, let no man put asunder. And the man can put asunder what the pastor can tell the people. Asunder means obstacle. It means to prevent. It means blockade. You can put asunder. The wife can put asunder. The man can put asunder. People from outside can put asunder. That creative killer. So don't let yourself or anyone subject you to being creative or creativity killer. You just can do something new and exciting if you force yourself to stay in the same old thinking. No. You just can do the same thing new and exciting if you force yourself to stay in the same old thinking. Then you are in focus. A focus determined mind comes out with different ideas. Just like, have you seen how the people play chess and checker? Creativity, focus, moving from one mindset to another, from one level to another. Lastly, don't just work harder at the same old things, but make a change. Don't work harder at the same old thing or things, but make a change. And the change wouldn't come when you are not focused. And it's all possible with how you can stay focused. That's it. That's all you need. Just stay focused. That's what we thought to share with you, to focus on the mind, because everything, the future is the mind. Everything achieving, the mind. Everything preference, the mind. Everything goal, the mind. Everything generally life, the mind. The future is the mind. The mind is the sum total of who we are. God did not impute the mind to be used loosely, but to keep it focused, determined, futuristic. That means using it to determine the future. Anything and everything is possible in life. There is no impossibility of life. There is every possibility of life. Impossibility comes in when the mind is not at full strength of focused thinking. That's when you hear people say, we can make it, man. Let's lead the thing. But the mind was built in a way for every possibility. Every possibility is just thinking. You hear expression like this. You have to think hard. You have to think out of the box. The expression thinking out of the box means stop being mediocre. Think hard. Give yourself time and space with no distraction to figure. The mind is so unique. The mind is your world. W-O-R-L-D. The mind is your world. You can create your own world. That's what God imputed it. God is not creating world for people. He has already done it. To spiritualize that aspect, just use it. The last time we talked about the mind before we took a couple of weeks break, we saw a number of individuals who use the mind and the extraordinary things that they achieve, how focused and determined they were, how they kept their priorities, the focus on their priorities, how they avoided distractions. They avoided being their own vision killer. They avoided external vision killers. We saw individuals from in Liberia, out of Liberia, individuals, Old Testament individuals, New Testament individuals. I thought to balance it that way. We saw people from Liberia, our own culture, because you can have motivational lectures without referencing some people and events in your own culture, because we are speaking to our culture. And we saw people from outside, people from the Old Testament, people from the New Testament, who blended the mind. It's the thought process from where all decisions are hatched. Use it, but don't use it loosely. Don't be the killer of your own vision. Don't give in to external. Make no room for external vision killer. Be focused. Take a good look at yourself from time to time to see whether you are actually making progress in life. Do an inventory of yourself, your work, your schooling, just anything, your marriage, your cohabitation relationship. Take a look at it. See whether you're making progress. On a social level, just to impute it, we're already out. Do you know, look at most of the ladies. They stay in a relationship for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years without thinking whether they make progress or they're making progress or not. They just satisfied. One day the man wakes up and say he doesn't want the relationship. Then you hear this argument, oh, the law said they want, when you and a man stay together 3 years, 4 years, you're husband and wife. What sense does that make? Because you don't make any, you're not asking yourself. You're not asking yourself whether you're making progress or not. Because when you do an examination, when you take an inventory, then you will know whether you have problem that you need to work on, or the next person, you will just know what to do. Thank you for joining us. Kings 88.5 Motivational Talk, Saturday morning motivational talk. Unleash your potential. Join us next week, Saturday. If God permits, we will be back with another lecture. This morning, we focus on how can you stay focused? How can you stay focused using your intellect? Thank you again for joining Kings 88.5 Saturday morning weekend motivational talk. I'm Sam Andrews.
Yo, 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 let's go. 1, 2, 3, unleash and grow.
Welcome to the expanding your energy field activation.
Embrace the vibe, set it free, your potential unlocked, just believe. Psychedelic journeys, hearts aligned. Step into the future, greatness redefined. Unleash your potential, set your dreams free. In a world of stars, become who you want to be. Stand tall in the storm, embrace the rain, ride the wave of success, break every chain.
Welcome to the Expanding Your Energy Field Activation.
Unleash your potential. Yo, let's go. 1, 2, 3, unleash and grow. Embrace the vibe, set it free. Your potential unlocked, just believe it.
From the latest news to your favorite tunes, we've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5, just for you.
More fire, more heat.
Kings 88.5 FM.
Playing